Welcome back, hockey heads. This is month 4 of the CHL. We got the final update coming up before the playoffs, which is 10 games. In those 10 games, we'll do a full playoff preview and look at the matchups, as well as how some of the non-playoff teams are gonna, what was their downfall, what happened. Be a little longer probably for that update to get all the data translated, but for now, let's see which teams look the best and the worst heading into the final stretch here. And we're starting with the Crosby division. There's lots to break down. That's right, Mario. There are some teams that I'm worried about too. So let's start with New York. 7-2-1 in their last 10. 4 wins in a row. These guys woke up. They're in a great position. I believe they will make the playoffs. This is a lock for me. I have great confidence in them. Plus 22. Great offense. Underrated offense, actually. Really came into their own right behind the two juggernauts. Of course, Boston hanging around there as well. Yeah, I like this team. Definitely making the playoffs. Quebec, they've won 5 in a row, but they're 5-5 in the last 10 because they lost the previous 5. So they're streaky, continue to be back and forth, but they're on a heater right now. They're going to continue that and maintain their playoff position. I think they're far enough ahead. They've banked enough points that I think they are going to hang in there. Albuquerque, on the other hand, I'm not sure. They're vulnerable right now. Out of these 2 spots, 4 teams, Ottawa could catch them, Alaska could catch them. I don't know. They have a tough schedule coming up too. I just don't know about these guys. I hate to say it, but I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. Gainesville, 2-6-2 in their last 10, lost 3 in a row. Bad stretch. But are their struggles over? Are they going to right the ship? I think that this team, more than Albuquerque, could make the playoffs. They're a game behind, so technically they have to win that, or Albuquerque would have to win it, but I don't know. The struggles with this team lately have been bad, but I think out of the 2, I have more confidence in them. Alaska, a team that I've written off, praised, and written off, back and forth. I think they will make the playoffs. I might be a fool for saying so. 6-4 in their last 10, but they're 1 point out. They got a game in hand on Gainesville. Plus 4. I'm not totally sold on them, but their power play has been great lately, and I think that they just refuse to go away. And I think they're a sneaky team that will probably make the playoffs. Ottawa, what happened? Lost 5 in a row. 2-8 in their last 10. Their offense just cratered. I feel bad. Just, they cannot score, and they've dug themselves a hole. Out of playoff position now. They're going to have to win, out of their last 10 games, they're going to have to really win quite a few in order to jump up ahead of these 2 teams specifically, but it's not impossible. I don't have a lot of faith in it, and they have a really tough schedule. They play Buffalo, I think, 2 or 3 times in the last week. Not a recipe for success. Although, if they beat Buffalo, that proves they're for real. So, we'll see. New Hampshire, I think they came down to earth. 3-6-1 in their last 10. They put up a good fight, but I think this is the reality that has set in for this team. They're just not quite offensively gifted enough. Strong defensively, but just doesn't quite have it. Now, they could win out, and you'll see what happens if they make the playoffs or not. I'm guessing they probably will not. And speaking of Portland, for sure this team is eliminated. Each win is worth 2 points. An overtime loss is worth 1. So there's 10 games left. There's points to make, but I don't think this team can win every game. So I think they're dead in the water. Now on to the Hasek division, which this race has really gotten close in the middle. Like, this race is tight near the top, and we don't know which two teams are going to fill in those bottom two rows, even which team is going to finish in first. Here, we definitely know which team's going to finish in first, but the bottom of the division here has some really interesting wiggle room. There's about 6 teams in each division that are in it, I would say. And let's just look at Buffalo. Playoff lock. This team is at the top, looking down on everyone else. All cylinders rolling. Defense is fine. Scoring is off the charts good. Special teams have stabilized. This is the team I expect to be a number 1 contender. And right below them is Tennessee. That's right, Mario. The team everybody thought was dead has crawled back, and they went 8-2 over the week, or the month, I guess I should say. 4 wins in a row. They were on. This team was on ice, and they found their pulse and got back into their winning mode. Now, are they going to keep doing that and maintain their position? I think they're probably set to make the playoffs. I'm not going to call them a lock, but I think they're going to make it. Kingston, I will call a lock. Even though they only went 5-4-1 in their last 10, this is a team that I think is really scary. And if I was in the playoffs, even if I was Buffalo, I would not want to play these guys. They're so, they just play such a different game, and it's so defensive. Very much like Rockford. They will chip away at you with a few goals. And Kingston, unlike Rockford, has a power play, which is a huge deal. This special teams is a huge part of this team's success, and that's why I'm locking them for the playoffs. Following that up to Omaha. Really torn on these 3 teams in particular. Omaha's won 5 in a row, 7-2-1 in their last 10. I think that this is the team I would pick out of the 3 to probably make the playoffs, even though they've won an extra game. So it's a little deceptive because they've had one more game to play. But Rockford is right there. Boston is right there. The thing with Omaha is that they're in the driver's position for this. As long as they keep winning, the spot is theirs. We go down to Rockford, 7-2-1 in their last 10. Their defense is just so strong. They could roll out their forwards and just, get that sneaky goal here or there. They will beat you. It'll be a close one. I mean, their differential's not great, and only 83 goals against is bad. Barely better than the worst team in the league, which we'll get to. But that goals against is so good. I wish I could have the confidence to say that this team was going to make it, but I don't think they can pass Omaha. If there was a team out of these 3, I think Omaha takes it. If I had to pick one of these 2, it would be Boston, because 6-4 in their last 10, just a dynamic offense. Nyquist had another hat trick. He's up insane in the goal department. I don't know if we're going to look at player stats this time. Just keep it a shorter one, because the next one will be a big season debrief sort of deal. But yeah, this team is good enough to go on a run, go on another winning streak and make it. If they didn't go on a bad winning streak last week, they would be a lock for me. So I think that they're good. Idaho, they wish they were in the Crosby division real bad. They had it point-wise. They would be right here if they were in that division. Offense is good, defense is bad. Basically, the goaltending on this team is not good enough. And even though they can score and they have a great power play, they really just don't have the ability to shut down opposing teams. And certainly against a Boston or a Buffalo in the playoffs, they will be destroyed if they make it. So I don't think they can make it, which is probably good for them. Saves them the embarrassment. And New England are rounded out here. If I'm looking for positives, I'm thinking the golf course is empty. You go and get an early tee time. Just get out there and start golfing, work on your game. The weather's great. It's raining today, but, you're going to want to work on your drives, your chip shots, your putting. they're gonna have plenty of time to get all facets of the game under their control, because hockey's just not for them. This team is a mess. So I say let's give them a chance at golf and see what happens. Let's just go over to the player tab just to see, and let's go to everybody, not just Idaho. Top of the division, top of the leaderboard, Varlamov 64 points, Nyquist 31 goals in 45 games, incredible. Vernon's up to 21 goals, 61 points for Buffalo. These two top lines just trading at the top here. Tikkanen for Portland, hanging around still. Callahan, this is a big one, big reason why New York's in the position that they are. Callahan has improved 53 points in 45 games, 18 goals. He will probably end with 20 goals in this season is a great mark of a strong player. This is someone that's a difference maker on your team, even without the rest of his line hanging in there with him, you know. Mario loves him. I think that's Mario's favorite player. Ullmark, great defender. Walensky, McNeil, Raska, also kind of in that 49 to 50 point range. Underrated also for New York, Andrich, 48 points, point-a-game defenseman. Markstrom for Boston, point-a-game defenseman. If your team has a point-a-game defenseman, to me that's like an elite team. So that's why I have confidence in Boston to potentially make the playoffs. So you got a player like Markstrom on the back end. Well, let's look at goalies real quick. The save percentages have come down a little bit. This last stretch of the season has definitely seen offense go up. Condra is still at the top of goaltenders. Kozlov has basically moved in to tie him, but stat-wise, Condra just is way ahead in the expected goals department. Grosek, Horton right there. Grosek is, if I'm this guy, I'm hoping that the team is sending you a big apology card, because he's laying it all out in Ottawa. It's just not getting it done. Well, this has been a look at the CHL. We got 1 month of games left before the end of the season. It's going to be an exciting time to get into playoff mode, and I look forward to setting up the playoff bracket. Everybody can take a look at that. Mario is saying goodbye and good night to everybody, even though it's, about noon. He's an early sleeper. So have a good rest of your day, or sweet dreams.